Hello, I'm your instructor for BUS 114, Small Business Planning. And today I'm going to be going over the business plan writing process with you in depth. As you begin to think about what business you want to do, remember, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. As you screen business plan ideas, just remember, if you're passionate about the business, it will be successful. So think about things that you love and try to make that into a business that can make money for you. So your business plan should be anywhere from 25 to 35 pages. All right. So that is what is suggested. If you're not hitting that 25-page threshold, just email me and we can discuss it. But you should try to hit that minimum of 25 pages. So as you're ready to begin the writing process, you're going to start with your cover page. Per APA format, a cover page must be included. On your cover page, make sure you address the following: the name of the company, the street address if applicable. If you're an online-only business, you don't have to include a physical address, although it is suggested to include a P.O. box or an address where you're going to receive mail. Your company email address, the phone number of the business. If your business doesn't have a phone number yet, you can always include your personal cell phone number. The due date that the business plan is due, your name, first and last, your student email address, your Bristol email, the website of the business. Most companies today in the 21st century do have a website, so be sure to include that. And then any social media accounts, such as your Facebook page, your Instagram page, and or your Twitter account. Next, you'll include your company logo if applicable. If you don't have a company logo, that's okay, but it is recommended. And then at the bottom of your cover page, just make sure that you put the word confidential so readers know that this is a private document and shouldn't be shared unless the share has permission. So here I'm going to go over the table of contents. As you can see, all of the components of the business plan are clearly listed. Please make sure that you have an automated table of contents. I have provided directions for you on how to create an automated table of contents. So please make sure that you're not physically typing in what pages each of the component is on. Again, you should be updating your table through an automated table of contents. So the first section in the business plan that appears is the executive summary. Now, the executive summary is the first thing that appears in the document, but it's actually the last thing that is written, okay? So the executive summary is a summary of the entire document. It's not an introduction, so you need to make sure that that is written last, and the executive summary should not exceed 2 pages, all right? So the executive summary should include an introduction, the company description, the industry analysis, the market analysis, the marketing plan, the management team and company structure, the operations and development plan, the financial projections, and the funding sought. All right. So arguably the executive summary is the most important part because oftentimes when you go to the bank and you're looking for a loan or someone asks to read your business plan, oftentimes they may only ask for the executive summary. Okay. So again, that's written last after the entire business plan is complete. So even though it appears first, you're writing that last. Next, I'm going to go over the company description, which includes an introduction, the company history, mission statement, vision statement, tagline, products and services, current status, funding sought, legal status and ownership. So if this is the first time you're writing an APA format, you can see that the company description is a subheading 1, and then the introduction and company history and so on and so forth are a level heading 2. All right, so just make sure your headings are bolded and they're properly labeled. All right, so in the company description, arguably the most important is the mission and the vision statement. Without a strong mission or vision statement, readers won't know what your business is clearly doing and set forth to achieve. All right, so I'm going to give you guys some examples of a mission statement. So a mission statement defines why a company exists and what it aspires to become. It is carefully written and used properly. The mission statement can define the path a company wants to take. It's its moral compass. All right. For a business plan, a well-written mission statement demonstrates that your business is focused and you can articulate its purpose clear and distinctly. The trick to writing an effective mission statement is to articulate the mission or purpose of the company in as few words as possible. A short mission statement is easier to remember than a longer one and is usually more effective. So I recommend one sentence for a mission statement. I'm going to give you 2 examples. You have Facebook. All right. Facebook's mission is to make the world more open and connected. So to make the world more open and connected. Facebook's mission statement is only 8 words, 1 sentence, and it's clear, strong, and effective. All right. Starbucks' mission is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. So you can see through these 2 examples that simpler and shorter is better. All right. So for the industry analysis, this is where you are going to rely heavily on the librarian embedded in this course, all right? Bristol provides you with librarians as a resource. Please make sure you take advantage of them, all right? The embedded librarian in this course, Emily Brown, is phenomenal. She has helped my BUS 114 students semester after semester, and she can help you find your NAACS codes and the information needed to fill out this section. So I'm not going to talk too much about the industry analysis because Emily Brown, the embedded librarian, really goes over this in depth, but just make sure you have your industry structure, all right, the firms in the industry, the segmentation, your ratios, and the industry trends. That's really important. And then, make sure you're including your long-term prospects. So next, we're going to move on to market analysis. The market analysis is an extremely important section of a business plan for 2 reasons. First, like the industry analysis, the market analysis helps define the nature of the business and the remainder of the plan. For example, the market analysis normally includes a forecast of a firm's sales, which directly impacts the size of its manufacturing operation, its marketing plan, the number of people it will need to hire, and the amount of money it will need. All right? So to succeed, you must answer the basic question, who are your customers and how will you appeal to them? What will help you answer the market analysis is thinking of the 5 W's, all right? Who, what, where, when, and why. So as you can see for subheadings here, under market analysis, we have market segmentation, target market selection, target market size, buyer behavior, competitor analysis. You want to go over your direct competitors and indirect competitors. It's important to look at both. And then future competitors, if applicable, the estimate of annual sales, estimate of the annual market share, and then we transition into the marketing plan. The marketing section must lay out specifically how you plan to make your target market aware of the existence of your product or service. Many business plans do a good job of describing the size of a company's target market and the merits of its product, but do a poor job of dealing with the practicalities of how the product will be sold. Obviously, it's not possible to include a full-blown marketing plan in the 4 to 5 pages permitted in a business plan for the marketing section, but you need to provide your reader with a sense of how you'll market your product and/or service. There are two things to be mindful of as you write this section. First of all, the elements of a firm's marketing plan should be developed with the customer in mind. This notion extends beyond producing a product or service that accommodates your customer's needs to knowing the amount of disposable income they have, the periodicals they read, the media they watch, and so on, depending on the type of business you have. So the subheadings under the marketing plan should include the overall marketing strategy, the positioning, points of differentiation, your pricing strategy, your sales process or cycle, your prospecting business customers, establishing communication, quality of the prospects, presenting the offerings, negotiation and closing the sale, and then sales, service, and follow-up. Promotional activities, annual marketing budget, and next we're going to go over the management team and company structure. So for the management team and company structure, remember, business is about people first and everything else second. Strategies, processes, structures, and systems are only as good as the people implementing them. Good ideas never succeed on their own. It's the people that drive them. The management team of a new firm typically consists of the founder or founders and a handful of key management personnel. Early stage firms may have only the founder or founders and plans to add additional personnel. The description of a firm's management team should be largely factual, but should be presented in a way that makes it easy to visualize where the firm is today and where it plans to be in the foreseeable future. All right. So the subheadings under management team and company structure are introduction, management team, skills, profile, and gaps in management team, summary, ownership and compensation, and then the board of directors and advisors. Your board of directors and board of advisors should be people that are going to be on your team and give you expertise and advice. And then any other professionals you want to include, and an organizational chart if applicable. Next, we're going to go over the operations plan. The first part of this section should be to focus on the product and the service and run your business. The operations plan section of the business outlines how your business will be run and how your product or service will be produced. The topics that are generally included in the operating model procedures are the business location, facilities and equipment, operation strategy and plans. So for this section, you have a brief introduction, your general approach to operations, administrative and employee activities, production activities, growing schedule, inventory, business location, depending on the business, your facilities and equipment, and then the building and future growth. And then going over any government codes and regulations that are necessary. All right, next you're going to move into the product or service design and development plan. Here you want to make sure you have your timeline, any milestones completed, the challenges and risks that may be associated, and the costs. And the last section is the financial projections. And for this section, I'm only making you have a projected income statement. All right, so that's all that is required is a projected income statement, and I